Καλησπέρα.
Καλησπέρα.
Yorgos is in Athens now, so I'm going to be with you tonight in the council, and I'm happy to be here. But the reason I'm here doesn't make me happy. This year we had some problems about stealing in Survivor. All of you, I'm sure that remember the meeting we had in Athens, and we talked about many things and about this stealing problem that happened before in Survivor. So I think all of you remember it, and maybe Ilyas can just remind us about the meeting we did in Athens, because first of all I want everybody to know what we talked. Ilyas, can you summarize us the meeting we had in Athens?
Κάναμε λοιπόν όλοι μαζί μια συνάντηση με τον κύριο Ατζούν και επειδή τέθηκε σαν ζήτημα το τι γίνεται άμα κάποιος παραβεί κάποιους κανόνες, είχαμε συμφωνήσει όλοι μαζί ότι αυτός ο παίκτης θα αποβληθεί.
Ναι, δεν είχαμε πει μόνο για το κινητό, είχαμε πει και εξακολούθηση φαγητά και τέτοια.
Νομίζω ότι το κύριο μας θέμα ήταν η επικοινωνία που είναι το πιο βαρύ. Τώρα από εκεί και πέρα τα υπόλοιπα φαντάζομαι ότι είναι αντίστοιχα, άμα είναι σε κάτι εξακολούθηση κλπ.
In this meeting, as you remember, we underlined something. Small stealings in Survivor is possible, and they would be punished in the show, and this was agreed by everybody. But if something bigger happens, like something organized, we all agreed that it wouldn't be a punishment, we would do something else. We agreed that these players had to leave the show, and again, unfortunately, it happened this year and we lost some players. Of course, it's obvious from your faces and your body that you lost so many kilos, you are trying to survive in Survivor, you are starving. These are all can be seen from your faces and your body, of course. But a player can be very, very hungry and try to search some food around in the garbage or wherever he can find some food. That's something we can understand. And of course, if somebody is getting caught when trying to steal something or stole something, he or she is going to be banned from some rewards, and this is the punishment of Survivor. What happened this year is some of you had some relations with some locals who are working in Survivor, and these locals were asked to bring some food to them. Now, tonight, our topic is Aphrodite. You know, Aphrodite is a special person for me. She's my friend, and we had so many good times together, even in my summer house in Cheshme. But when it comes to Survivor, I will never do any exceptions. For me, all my players are the same, and they are fighting to be the Survivor of the Year, and I will never make any exception for anybody. Unfortunately, now what we know is Aphrodite is involved again this local relation. If somebody does something out of the limit, as we spoke in Athens months ago, he or she cannot be in our show anymore. So our decision about Aphrodite is Aphrodite will not be in Survivor anymore. Aphrodite is out of Survivor. That's the rule of the show, and as we agreed, we have to obey the rules. We will never let any of our players just making an organization to steal some food or try to bring some food out of the island. So for us, as I said you before, regular stealing is possible. Even if I was in Survivor, maybe I would steal, you know. If I see something in the garbage, maybe I will try to search for food. That's so normal. But an organized stealing, like contact the local, bring the food from outside, is not possible, and we will never let it. Also, don't forget, we are trying to protect all of you. in order to protect your rights in Survivor, in order to make this show equal, unfortunately, we cannot keep this kind of players. And I'm now warning all of you. Please, 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 don't try to make that kind of stealing. Because so many months you have been starving here. All your dreams are to be the champion of Survivor. You are here in the other side of the world fighting to be the champion of this year. And I don't want you to lose everything just for one mistake. Sometimes you are suffering, psychology is not normal. Of course, I understand everything. Our Survivor, by the way, is the hardest Survivor in the world. But unfortunately, to be equal to every player, we cannot make any exceptions. And anytime happens something like that, we can never say yes to it. There is no Aphrodite in the show, and I hope we don't lose any more players. I want to hear some opinions from the red team. Cora, what would you say about this Aphrodite situation?
Η Αφροδίτη είναι μια πολύ δυνατή παίκτρια στην ομάδα μας. Φυσικά έχει φέρει πολλές νίκες, αλλά σίγουρα πρέπει να παίξουμε δίκαια αυτό το παιχνίδι. Είναι το πιο βασικό, γιατί είναι ένας μαραθώνιος, κοντά στους 7 μήνες, οπότε όλοι παλεύουμε για το φαγητό μας και είναι άδικο κάποιοι να το βρίσκουν με διαφορετικούς τρόπους. Οπότε πρέπει να ζήσουμε αυτή τη μαγεία του παιχνιδιού όλοι, να πεινάσουμε μαζί, οπότε ακόμα και τα έπαθλα που κερδίζουμε θα έχουν πολύ πιο πολύ αξία για μας. Συμφωνώ πολύ με ό,τι έχετε πει για η δικαιοσύνη, γιατί θέλω όλοι μας να ζήσουμε το παιχνίδι ως το πιο δύσκολο παιχνίδι στον κόσμο και θα συμφωνήσω ότι πρέπει να τηρούνται οι κανόνες.
Κυριακή.
Συμφωνώ με όλα αυτά που είπατε. Εμένα με στεναχωρεί πάρα πολύ που παρόλο που έχουν συμβεί τόσα φέτος σε ένα Survivor που το έχουμε πει και να είναι all-star, γιατί είμαστε από όλα τα Survivor που έχουν γίνει όλα αυτά τα χρόνια, και πραγματικά πολλοί παίκτες νιώθουμε αδικημένοι απέναντι σε τέτοιες συμπεριφορές. Εμένα αυτό με ξεπερνάει, δεν μου αρέσει. Σίγουρα αν θα βρω κάτι πεταμένο σκουπίδια και δεν με δει κανένας, θα το πάρω κι εγώ ίδιος και θα το φάω, αλλά να ψάξω να βρω με αυτόν τον τρόπο φαγητό είναι άδικο, είναι κατακριτέο και όπως έχουμε συμφωνήσει όλοι σε τέτοια θέματα συμπεριφοράς, γιατί είχαμε κάνει μια συμφωνία όλοι εδώ πριν φύγουμε, όπως είπατε και εσείς, από την Αθήνα, η αποβολή είναι το μόνο δίκαιο σε αυτές τις περιπτώσεις.
I want to hear Marius too. Marius, what would you say about Aphrodite?
Νομίζω τα δύο παιδιά, και ο Κόρο και ο Τάκης, με κάλυψαν απόλυτα. Θυμάμαι ήμουν και εγώ εκεί, όπως και όλοι μας, στην συμφωνία που κάναμε όλοι στην Αθήνα μαζί και σχολιάσαμε. Και σίγουρα το να μειώνουμε την αξία του παιχνιδιού, ενός παιχνιδιού που, όπως αναφέρατε κι εσείς, είναι το δυσκολότερο στον κόσμο, με ακραίες καταστάσεις και όχι μικροπράγματα. Νομίζω αυτό τιμωρείται αυτή τη στιγμή, οι ακραίες καταστάσεις. Με βρίσκει απόλυτα σύμφωνο.
By the way, from my point of view, stealing is similar like cheating in football. In football, you can cheat and the referee can just catch you and just send you out of the game from 2 yellow cards, and you can be in the game 2-3 games later. So the players who we lost in Survivor, breaking the rules, let's say, and they're out of the game, it doesn't mean that our relation is destroyed with them. This is in life, it can happen, everybody can make mistakes. So Aphrodite, Dalaka, they are all one part of our Survivor family, and I would like to see them in the future in our show because they are good players. This kind of mistake doesn't mean that we will never work with them, because Survivor is just long show that has been last more than 15 years in Turkey, and we hope the same for Greece. And as I say you always, you are all one part of this family, and every year can be different from the other. In the future we can make all stars and we can call some of you again, and these players will be one part of our show maybe next year too. I'm very sad about Aphrodite, and of course I know that she's very sad, but this is the rule, and unfortunately her survival is over.